I didn't play very well. I gotta admit that. Even though what the game says I played well, I definitely was not playing with my team as well as I should have. And I kind of like screwed up by throwing myself into just really bad positions. I fully like, I played very poorly. Honestly, I'm going to like rewatch the replay to try and highlight a lot of the stuff that I did poorly, because that was, I generally think that was a really bad match by me. And like, I would think about the issues like the problems with what I was doing, and then try and amend them, and like forget like 30 seconds later. So pushing up like this is really stupid. I pretty much just wasted my shield, and what I should have done, and what all of us should have done, I did something really stupid. I would just like walk down front in front of like 10 people, put out my shield, held it there, and let it just get fucking destroyed. This is extremely stupid, and the biggest reason is this turret. Like, there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't have done that, but the fact that there was just this turret, and I just sat there with my shield for like 5 seconds, and just let it shoot my shield and destroy my shield, that was really stupid. What I should have done, from this corner, peek it, shoot once at the turret, or not even peek the turret, you know, shoot at the cap over here, or like peek and shoot into this massive enemies over here. You know, what I should not have done is what I did. And really, what all of us are doing here, I think, let me rewind just a little bit here-ish. So, terrible. Yeah, so all of us are making this mistake. The turret's up, and we're just like sitting in front of it. I don't think we should be doing this. We should be holding the wall as cover, coming out, firing at the turret, and until the turret is broken, we should, like, this against the turret is just, should not be happening. Because it makes it so easy for him to get, you know, he shoots into us, he shoots at the floor, and he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 against the storm people in the explosion radius of the turret bullets. So we shouldn't be grouped up this much. The 2 supports should be like back here. At the very least, like Luna, there's no real need for her to be up here. Mantis can fire, so maybe she could hold like the off angle and try and shoot maybe at here. Then she sits at her risk. So I think, you know, a lot of issues here. Also, going to this side is extra strange. I think holding the right side makes more sense, because holding the left side, you can't run back here. Like, there's not nearly as much cover on that side. And my mistake was holding up a shield in front of like 30 people when the turret's up. And I shouldn't be doing that. I should just be peeking, shooting at the turret, peeking, shooting at the turret, and getting healed by my supports in between. Why did I do that? Because I was autopiloting. Like, that's what it is. I know that I click M1 and then I click shield, and that's what you do with Strange, but not like this. The way I did this was really bad, and it made my turret just pop instantly. Relatively easy to fix. All of them being on the left side, like, that's bad. They shouldn't be on the left side. There's very little reason. They should either be peeking here with me or peeking over here, which is what the opposing, what their Hawkeye is doing? Yeah, their opposing Hawkeye is shooting from the window. They should be taking one of these 2 angles. Because, like, look at this. Nobody's looking over here. If there was at least one person over here shooting at the turret, shooting at the rocket, whoever it is, then imagine how much, you know, they would have 3 different places they have to split their fire instead of being able to, like, kind of mindlessly shoot into the group of everybody. Now, I should have probably observed this. I'm a Vanguard, so I play up front. I don't know. But it would have been smart of me if I was a little bit more conscious of my teammates' positions and noticed, hey, everybody's here. But also, maybe, since I'm Vanguard, maybe not the best idea to go over here on my lonesome when I'm kind of supposed to help protect them. Granted, I couldn't protect them because I wasted my shield, but still, if I was like a duelist, I should take note of the fact that we're all grouping up over here, nobody's over here. Go over here and help finish up the turret over there. That would be, you know, good, right? So we destroy the turret, and then probably another mistake I make here. I push in because I see them taking the point, and I'm like, I don't want them to get point for free. I don't think that was smart. Yeah, let's play a little bit forward and watch how it doesn't work. I don't instantly lose. I guess it's not the worst thing to have pushed down into here, because I can start doing this. I can start harassing their support, and I do get a kill on them. Right? Now, I'm at half health. So honestly, maybe that's not as bad of a decision as I originally think. Because pushing in helps me to harass his support. Now, there's all 3 of their supports are focused on me. They're not really helping them. This cap is in trouble. I would say maybe part of the issue is that everybody followed me, and it would have been better if some people, if instead of everybody following me down here and playing this destructible cover, is a couple people stayed up here to try and deal with the Hawkeye and Punisher, because they essentially just have free range over this. So I push in, all 3 supports follow me. Again, I don't think that this is great. One of the powers of 3 supports is that you can have somebody follow me, but you can have somebody playing further back. You don't have to be worried about a lack of heals because one of the supports is playing further back. You know, they can play safe to make sure that they could like swap in for a second. So you have me, we have backline, all of them being harassed by Cap, and then how does Loki die? Punisher. So I take mission area here, but it doesn't matter. We have two of our picks, and what we have left is 2 supports and a storm. It's a 5v4 right here. So even though we take area, that doesn't matter all that much. And because we have Hawkeye and Punisher just standing here, unimpeded, nobody's up here trying to mess with them. They're able to just, you know, pick off our supports, pick off our storm, pick off me. I pushed up a little bit too far, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. I pushed up too far, and because of the way that we pushed out, our supports had to spend time reclaiming this area, or spend time getting back to this area, so that they don't die. Because if they stay down there, this cover gets blown eventually. These 2, you know, Hawkeye or Punisher eventually gets kill on them, similarly to what happened with Loki. So them going up here and you know, regrouping back here, it leads to my death, but I don't even necessarily say that like that's their fault. That's I think my fault for not being aware enough of the situation. And we see here, Storm is dead. Like I can look at the replayer and we see that we're dead, but you don't need to know. It's obvious Storm's dying. It's just her in front of 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and because she's a flyer, it takes her longer to get that vertical distance. Instead of using that bounce pad, she has to slowly go up. And even if she does go up, she still has to take another, you know, second and a half to get around this corner. So the supports retreating, I think, is actually the correct play. Even though it ends up with me dying, that's my fault. I pushed up too far when we were low on people. Even though I took space, even though I took the area, that doesn't matter because it ended up killing us. And I also just didn't retreat correctly. I went like sideways and backwards and then got stuck on this wall. And what I needed to do was, instead of pushing up around here, even though it got me a kill, even though it killed a support, that was not nearly as valuable as had I just held space here. And so instead of going all the way over there, I should have held space down here. If I retreat from here with the supports, that would just be a lot better. Instead, we're divided up. Refraction, we're going to die. Me and Storm both die here. And then the 2 supports retreat. Mantis, I think she really wants to save me. Maybe she really wants to save Storm. She shouldn't have jumped down here. She should have stayed up there, because she could still give us healing if we need, but, you know. Okay, again, I don't think pulling down here is great. And then we have Moon Knight die right as he gets here. We have a bunch of staggering happen. So I'm putting on a portal, because it'll help us. One thing I like about Strange, even though I'm uncomfortable with portals, I think I'm bad at placing portals. At least I don't have to say anything for people to understand. Hey, instead of like going one by one and staggering, let's wait for this person to open a portal. So I can prevent staggering just by opening a portal, which I think is cool.
Such newfound power.
So, how good is this portal, right? Let's analyze. Oh, poor Mantis. Let's see. So from their perspective, they can't see the portal. Anybody that dies will be able to go up to the portal. So I think that this is a good portal. It's not like an amazing portal. It's probably not worth using the portal for this. It's not a really amazing angle. It's just a little bit surprising. It might have been better if had I portaled here. I was worried about portaling here just because we would get cut off here, but I think it probably would have been better had I portaled here just because this is the kind of portal that's supposed to be a surprise portal. So if I portaled here, probably would have been able to kill the Hawkeye. They don't have a good angle on it. We get to, you know, rush in and surprise them just a little bit faster. So more or less the same issue as before. I waste my entire shield to try and kill the turret. I was too preoccupied with taking space when I should have been thinking more about, you know, managing the shield for later. So I took the space with my shield, sure, but now I don't have a shield. So now we have high ground. And that's great. And I turn around and I see, you know, my entire team push down. And I think as a Vanguard, I made the right decision to follow them down here. If I was a duelist, I think I should have kept this high ground. And, you know, again, we have this Punisher here who's probably going to get it uncontested. But so much of our team is down here that as a Vanguard, as the only Vanguard, I need to be down here to help pull focus off of our supports. And so I push in too deep. I overextend, and because I wasted my portal earlier, I'm getting punished for it. I have no cover here. I have no cover, and my shield is dead because of earlier. I have like maybe 100 on it. So I should have stayed here. I was very greedy because I saw support, I saw red, and that was stupid. That was just dumb. There's 2 other supports there to keep her up, and everyone's a little bit too far back for unless we're all focusing the exact same support, which is going to be difficult with how much chaos there is. There's no way we get this support. So I pushed up in a really stupid way. Punisher ults, and he kills me with it. Although, even if he didn't ult, I probably would have killed because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people all on me. I should have been, you know, staying back here and just dealing with Cap and the supports firing. Maybe I could push up to threaten the Punisher, but what I did was I full committed, and I should not have committed. And I died for it. Because there's 10 people there. And, you know, after the 1 Vanguard is done, then the rest is just cleanup. So he turrets up. I push down alongside Moon Knight. Moon Knight ults taking high ground. Okay, I understand. And I pressure out the support ult, because I'm very clearly going to kill them. And then another Moon Knight ult gets us the kill. And from here, it pretty much is... Well, it should be cleanup. I'm having some difficulty killing this support, which is embarrassing, let's be honest. How was that so difficult for me? And then I realize I'm not getting the kill, everybody's aligned, so I pull back. So that's good. Here, she was getting healed by her own thing plus Mantis, and she was just literally taking less damage than I was outputting, which it took me too long to realize that, and so Punisher turret is gonna punish me for that. Fortunately, you know, Storm ults and we take distance, we clean up the rest of them. Well, not clean up the rest of them, but I don't get punished for it because of all of that, or because of the Storm ult. Okay, so we have a lot of deaths after that Storm ult. We have Loki playing high ground back here, which I don't disagree with. So Storm dies because you pushed too far in. I'm trying really hard to keep Luna Snow from dying, but because Mantis is occupied, only Loki can heal Luna. which I think, yeah, it ends up not happening. So this one is a little bit harder for me to dissect, like, mistakes that I made. Because this one is just kind of, I'll be honest, I'm not sure I can identify what mistakes are here. Like, maybe some mistakes in positioning. But this one just kind of feels like they had better, you know, damage. They just dealt more damage. Oh, he ulted, I think. Star-Lord ulted, which killed them. I'm not certain if there's any glaring mistakes I did. Maybe y'all can tell me, you know, what my mistakes are. But I can't pick anything out that's like, oh, obviously this I shouldn't have done, or obviously this I should have done. At this point, you know, game's over. We're in overtime, and we're just throwing ourselves on a point. Nothing to do about it. Replay viewer is a little bit buggy. So here I make that mistake again of using my shield against the turret. I shouldn't do that. I didn't get punished for it as much, but still, shouldn't have done that. I should have played much more carefully with my shield. Here, I think this is a good ult. But how could I have capitalized? I feel like I could have capitalized on it a little bit more. Because I get a quadruple kill. I take this huge amount of damage, I kill these 4, and then I push towards him, and I have broken sight with my support, so they can no longer heal me. So I did not realize that both of our DPS were dead. And I'd assumed that I killed those 4 people. Everybody behind me should be able to take care of Cap, and then I push up and try and finish off Star-Lord. I should have looked behind me. I should have turned around and made sure. And I probably would have seen the issues that were happening, that Cap wasn't dead, and I would have been able to retreat back and not die here. And they go ahead and finish off Star-Lord, and they push Cap further back.
Judge, jury, executioner!
So, we have a Punisher ult going off that I shielded some of. Again, probably not the best thing to have done. But we were... I was using my shield while inside of the Invisible Woman ult, and I probably shouldn't have done that. I was doing that because I was worried the Punisher ult would be able to melt me through, which, given the fact that they won't be able to lock on me and I'm a Vanguard, it won't melt through me in a support ult. So using the shield there was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Because I was in a support ult. Just infinite health. Turn back, and I finish off the Cap who overextended.
We are undefeatable.
They support ult in. Can't do much when I'm asleep. I'm having a huge amount of trouble tracking. I'm having a huge amount of trouble tracking the frickin' Mantis as she's like jumping and circling around me, and I just press E and kill her. There. Here, we have... So, I think the decision I made here is a much better decision. They have the turret, and I decide to not deal with it. I hide behind cover, and I try and deal with the other issues first. So, me and Hulk kill the Mantis, me and Hulk kill the cloak, and from here, it should just be cleanup. I end up at nothing. And what I think happened here was our supports died. How did our supports die? So... Okay, so the Invisible Woman dies by just like standing in front of Punisher. I don't think that's my fault. I don't think there's much I could have done about that. She needed to just be playing cover a little bit better. Be playing, you know, around here so that the Punisher can't see her and she can still get the angle on both of us. It's sure I could have been in front of her with a shield, but I don't think that that's something that I should have to take into account. My gameplay is her being in front of a Punisher turret like this when I'm, you know, trying to finish off the rest. I don't think that's my fault. Now, there being a Cap in our backline that kills off our Luna, I think that's more something I should have dealt with. I didn't know that Cap was in our backline. I think they needed to ping it to us, and then we needed to all turn around and help with that. And so because there's no support here, I'm basically already dead. I'm on literally 5 health, and there's a Punisher ult. Me backing up into the Punisher, that was stupid, dude. I was going to die eventually. And it would take way too long for our supports to come back. So honestly, me dying here basically doesn't matter. I was going to die. Like, the best thing if I wanted to buy more time was to hold back and around the tree and shield like that, put myself into a corner where they can't shoot me from this side and this side. But no matter what happened, I was going to die. I was literally at 0 health. And I'm honestly here, I'm just using... Okay, so here I actually play around the Punisher turret in the way that I think is correct, which is shooting off a thing and then going back and forth between cover and letting support heal me, instead of trying to use my my shield. I shoot once at Cap in our backline. Honestly, this was bad. The best thing for us to have done is for me and Snow and anybody else that was nearby to go back and finish off the Cap. But we have this, you know, support ult, so we push on to point. But it's a 4v6. It's not the worst thing, but I mean, you know, I ended up dying because I pushed up too far in front of like 3 people. Stupid thing of me to do, and we have the Cap on our backline still harassing them. So what we did here was wrong. Instead, what we should have done is, you know, they freeze the Cap, they ping frozen Cap, me and her both kill the Cap. Then after we've dealt with the problem in our backline, we either regroup with them, or maybe they put down their invisible woman ult so we can push up on these 2. I should not have pushed up on these 3. I should have kept my distance. I should have been more aware of the infinite ammo shotgun. So I see everybody's getting cleaned up, and I'm like, okay, let me put down a portal. I was a little bit too close to the gate, so I had to move a little bit in order to put down the portal. But so I portal over here. It's fine. They all don't come with us. I jump through the portal and I jump back because I realized that nobody else is with me. And I see that the 3 of them are starting to make it up, and so I go ahead and commit. And Storm also falls behind me. I'll be honest, from my perspective, it's really difficult for me to understand what happened. So let me again go back a bit and try and have a more objective look at how everything's going. So, an issue, we split instead of all going through the portal. I think that was an issue. But me and Storm both did the right thing of waiting until they're about to engage and then going through the portal. If I was a duelist, if I was playing, you know, Scarlet Witch, I probably would have gone around here and killed them. But because I'm worried about doing my job as a Vanguard, I push out this side to try and protect them from dying, which I don't know if that's really the right thing to do necessarily. Storm gets really quickly gunned down by Star-Lord. I don't notice it until it's too late. I like, right as I see it happening, I try and save her, but it's just too late. And then I try and kill Star-Lord. I don't think it amounts to anything. So I'm pulling too far back, especially with our support ult. Everyone else pushes up. We almost get some kills, but we don't get it. We're not able to finish any of them off. He wastes his ultimate. Whoa, 3 people died like all at once. Oh, it's an ultimate. Okay. And then from here, it's just too late. So here's a time when I probably could have saved my portal. Instead of using it earlier, I could have used it now. And I think, yeah, I would have probably just barely had enough time. A lot of my issues was, you know, not playing cover properly, pushing in like in weird ways, or not taking the correct space. Portal usage, obviously, I know Portal usage could have been better, and still trying to get used to it. I also could have used my Eye of Agamotto way earlier, because I hold on to this Eye of Agamotto until the next round. That's stupid, because I would have been able to build up a whole nother one probably by the time this round happens.